But you know what? Looking at the big four, though, of those matchups that I just mentioned, Spence Jr. versus Garcia, Jermall Charlo versus Derevyanchenko, Jermall Charlo versus Jason Rosario, and Davis versus Santa Cruz, one caught your eye, didn't it, Gogue? And that was Charlo versus Derevyanchenko. Why do you like this matchup?
Well, it's not, the reason why it caught my eye is because stylistically, it's going to be a great fight. That Derevyanchenko, he's always in a good fight, a physical, aggressive pressure fighter who throws, puts his combinations together real well. Against Charlo, classic boxer, puncher, strong, athletic, a good jab, a good right hand, good counter puncher. You know what I mean? Tough. You know what I mean? But this is gonna. Let me tell you, Joe. This fight's gonna tell me a lot about Charlo, his character as a man. Okay, because this guy Derevyanchenko is gonna test him. Okay, and there's gonna be like 2 or 3 times during that fight where it's gonna get rough in there. So we're gonna see, his character, if he's able to keep his composure and his poise and his discipline to stick to the game plan and don't get flustered, okay, and don't get panicked by that heavy pressure that Derevyanchenko is going to bring to him and everything. So, like I said, it's a great stylistic matchup and everything, But I just think that Derevyanchenko's been in a lot of tough fights. He's got a lot of miles on his engine, okay, high mileage, and Charlo doesn't. And Charlo, boxer and puncher, you know what I mean? And he's physically strong too, to stand in there and hold his ground against the guy that's going to try to bully him like that, like Derevyanchenko. So yeah, it's gonna, to me, styles make fights, Joe. To me, pay-per-view, I think that's going to be the best fight out of all of them, style-wise. Even though nobody knows Charlo or his brother, but still, stylistically, I like that fight.
Indeed, 2 elite-level middleweights fighting for the WBC crown. And once again, I spoke with our good friend Ronnie Shields about this. He loves this fight because he thinks that his man is going to accomplish what both Danny Jacobs and Gennady Golovkin couldn't do, 2 of the hardest punchers in the division. He is guaranteeing a knockout of Sergiy Derevyanchenko. Gogue, and one thing he told me, right, he said, look, he said he thinks that, and once again, he respects Sergiy Derevyanchenko, and he's in this position for a reason. He's one of the best fighters in boxing. He goes, but he thinks that too many are giving him way too much credit for 2 losses against 2 elite-level competitors. Do you think that's the case? Do you think too many are giving too much credit to Derevyanchenko in loss?
No, I thought he gets all the credit in the world, the fights he gave Triple G and Danny Jacobs, okay? All right, you don't see many guys fight like that, Joe, with that passion, okay, that Derevyanchenko fights now, and entertaining, too. He puts it on the line when he fights, okay? He's a real fighter, okay? So, no, I disagree with Ronnie. He deserves all the credit, he should get, the respect, because, he put it on the line both times, okay? And both times, boy, they were a hell of a fights.
Yep, indeed. So you mentioned this earlier, though. Being through both of those wars, right, and walking through that fire and putting that tough pressure on both punchers, right, against both punchers, do you think that might have taken too much out of him? And he's going to be facing another big puncher in Jermall Charlo. And once again, you mentioned, well, first of all, what is the difference, the biggest difference you see between both twin brothers, Jermall and Jermall Charlo?
Well, Jermall, to me, I think he's a bigger puncher, and he's a little bit more physical, more assertive than his brother, okay? He likes, he'll mix it up. His brothers became a more assertive physical fighter with Derek James training him. But his brother used to, box, move, and counterpunch, and, just, applied the sweet science from range all night. You know what I mean? Hit and not get hit. People don't want to see that. But the brother's more, he's got a nasty demeanor in him. You know, like he wants to. You know, his mindset. You know, I want to knock you out. I want to hurt you, and that's why I like this fight. You know what I mean? I think both fighter styles mesh to make a great fight, and like I said, it could be an explosive knockout too for Charlo. Jermall.
Yeah, indeed. So, what is your, and once again, the closer we get to the event, we'll break these down more meticulously, more specifically, but if you had to guess, Gogue, who wins this fight and why? And what would be your strategy for both guys?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Derevyanchenko, he's going to fight like he fights, okay? Heavy pressure, combination punching after combination punching, body, head, body. And, just try, he's a bully. He tries to overwhelm you, okay, with physical pressure and a high volume punch attack, okay? That's how he's going to, that's how he's going to win. That's how he always going to win, Joe. You're not going to change him overnight to make him a little sweet, slick fighter. Just improve his defense, okay, because he does get hit a lot. Improve his defense, keeping his hands up, moving his head more, and working his jab when he's putting pressure, Joe. When you're moving into range, a fighter's kill zone, meaning where he can hit you and hurt you. You gotta put something in his face to keep him from throwing at you. Okay, you gotta protect yourself with a lot of jabs, in his face, and when you're not jabbing, moving your head. Okay. And keeping your damn hands up, okay? Because Derevyanchenko, boy, he keeps his hands low, and that's why sometimes he gets hit by right hands and everything. So just improving his defense when he's putting that pressure. The good jab, good head movement, and keeping them hands up nice and tight by the face. Tight defense, I call it. To me, if Derevyanchenko's defense improves and he's getting hit less, of course he's gonna, hey. You know what I mean? It's going to keep him in the fight more competitive and everything and put him in a position to win. But Charlo, what he's got to do, the key to me is, of course, boxing and controlling range as much as possible and getting that jab off and landing them straight right hands, catching Derevyanchenko coming in. Because Derevyanchenko sometimes, like I said, he walks in, he doesn't use his jab, doesn't move his head. So, Charlo could close his eyes and throw that right hand, he'll land, okay? Or them uppercuts. Because Derevyanchenko's going to be there. But to me, all that is good and dandy, but the thing is that Derevyanchenko, he's relentless, and you got to stop that forward pressure. And to me, the key to the victory is holding your own in the pocket, getting in the pocket, bending your knees real good, okay, getting a good fundamental stance, hands up, elbows tucked in, and don't square up on this Derevyanchenko. You're going to get hit with them uppercuts. Keep that left shoulder pointed right at his chest, so you're not vulnerable to Derevyanchenko's sneaky right uppercut and everything. And hold his ground, set that back leg and don't let him push you back, okay? Rip them body shots, slow him down, but don't let him push you back, okay? Because if he starts pushing you back, he starts getting the momentum. What you want to do is, not, stand there and fight him toe-to-toe in exchanges consistently. What you do that, rip them body shots, rip them uppercuts and turn them, step around them, okay? Whatever side's available. If his right side, if Derevyanchenko's left side is available, Charlo should just step around to his right side. If his other side's available, step around to Derevyanchenko's right side, okay? Just keep stepping around him. Keep turning him in circles, like the great Georgie Benton used to say. Just keep turning him. Don't let him set his feet, okay? Don't be a stationary target like a punching bag for a long time. Just keep turning them and everything, and when you do that, Joe, when you could do that successfully, a fighter will never, a fighter when you keep on having a pressure fighter when you keep on turning him, making him turn, he's always got to turn and set his feet and always, and get back into rhythm. But if that's what I'm trying to say, Joe. You get him out of his rhythm with that hard physical pressure by turning him, not letting his feet get set.
Wow, Gogue, before we get your prediction, man, I'd forgotten how awesome you were at this. Jeez, that deserves a big round of applause. Dude, that was awesome. I forgot how brilliant you were, man, about breaking down strategies. So here it is. Who wins this fight, brother?
I think Charlo, this guy's tailor-made for Jermall. You know what I mean? And like I said, this guy's defense is not that good and everything. So once Charlo starts landing them bombs, oh, yeah. Yeah, you know, like I said, this guy's he's a tough rock, a tough piece of meat. But if you keep on hitting the rock, it's going to crack. Or you keep on pounding on a tough piece of meat, it softens up. You know, you tenderize it. Then you put it in the oven and let it.
Indeed. Well, there you have it, guys, from 3-decade fight trainer James Gogue.